Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another long-awaited sav sesh. I haven't done one in such a long time and I'm really kind of sad about it. I've been avoiding them just because I've been so scared to talk about certain topics, but I really want to try to open myself up a lot more and give myself more of an outlet to express some things that I've personally gone through, because I know it really does help to hear someone who you look up to, or just to hear someone around the same age of you who goes through the exact same things that a lot of people go through. And I definitely want to be a voice for people if I can. So today I'm going to be talking about dealing with hate, whether it be in real life or on the internet, and I'm going to be explaining something that just recently happened to me and kind of how I was dealing with it, as well as answering a few questions that you guys had asked for me. I already filmed this video. It turned out so bad. What I was saying was really good and I was so happy with what I said in the video, but I had my mic plugged up, which I haven't had my mic plugged up to this camera in such a long time, but I plugged up my mic just because I wanted better quality and everything, and then it literally was buzzing the whole entire time, so I have to refilm it now. But I look kind of like the lighting and everything better, so it's cool. However, I do hope that my battery doesn't die because I did use a lot of time. The last video was probably going to be literally 40 minutes long. I don't know how long this one's going to be, but definitely took me a long time to say everything that I had to say, and I was probably super repetitive, so I'm going to try to not do that this time. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the most recent form of hate that I have personally received. So I recently posted a piercing video, a at-home unprofessional piercing video, and in no way do I claim to be a professional. I'm not a professional by any means. I just give myself piercings because it genuinely makes me happy and I love doing it. It's something that I have a passion for and I just really personally love it. And I know I was gonna get a lot of backlash for posting that video because it is considered extremely inappropriate and not proper, and I know it's not the staple way to do things, and I know you're supposed to go to a professional when it comes to things like that because it can be very dangerous and it's not considered very sanitary to do it at home, and just a wide variety of different reasons. And basically the piercing video that I had posted before this one was a piercing roulette that I did with my friends. Me and one of my friends have pierced ourselves for a really long time, and we always do, and we've personally never had infections with ourselves. However, that's not an excuse to pierce yourself. It's just that's our personal experience. So that was the last video, and on that video I got a lot of people commenting a piercing channel to react to me, basically trying to get them to hate on me or criticize me or call me out, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that happened. And then on my recent video that I posted, I made it very aware that I was gonna pierce myself regardless, and that's still kind of how I feel. That might be very arrogant, ignorant, whatever you want to call it. That's your opinion. However, I love piercing myself. I find joy in it. Anyways, so this person did a reaction video on me and they covered what they were trying to say about me as just criticism, and they just said that they were basically just criticizing what I was doing and just calling me out for the wrong that I was doing, which was very much so aware in the first place that what I was doing was not appropriate or was not right. However, my YouTube channel isn't perfect. I don't want to ever seem like I'm perfect. I never want to be held to such a high standard to where I have to always do what is supposed to be done, or I just hate that stigmatism around because you have a platform you have to be so prim and proper, and that's not the case. I'm a dumb teen. I do dumb things. And so basically it was just kind of made out to this person saying that they were only criticizing me and only calling me out, and it was not hate. Okay, so real quickly, I'm just gonna read the definitions of constructive criticism versus criticism, because it was made that this person was only criticizing me, which is another form of hate. And when a lot of people came over to my channel, they were like, if you can't take criticism, this and this and this, stop saying that criticism is hate, because it's not. There is a big difference between criticism, which is another form of hate, and constructive criticism. So constructive criticism is the process of offering valid and well-reasoned opinions about the work of others, usually involving both positive and negative comments in a friendly manner rather than an oppositional one. Criticism is the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on perceived faults or mistakes. So basically, instead of constructive criticism, I was given straight criticism, and it was expressed that criticism wasn't hate, and criticism is hate. It is a form of hate. And so that just kind of blew my mind that a grown person was coming for me so harshly, and I definitely will admit to my faults. I was definitely extremely defensive and ignorant in a lot of people's eyes. However, I totally find joy in piercing myself. I love piercing myself. It makes me happy, and I feel like I should have the right to do what makes me happy. And a lot of people will be like, it's your body, you can do whatever you want, but you don't need to be promoting this to young people and this and this and this. I'm not promoting it. People want to say that because I put it on my channel, I'm promoting it. I'm not promoting it. It's completely wrong and you shouldn't do it. I'm not afraid to admit that. I know it's wrong. I know you shouldn't do it. However, I'm not a channel that's going to tell you what you can and cannot do. I do what makes me happy. I'm a real person. I mess up. I do dumb things, and I never ever want to be told that I have to act a certain way or I have to put out certain content because certain demographics are watching me. I feel like nowadays social media people have to be held to such a high standard, and that's just so wrong because we're all just people. Like, we're literally all just people. And as I said multiple times, if you don't approve, you can kindly say that you don't approve without hating or criticizing me. I'm kind of being a little bit repetitive, but anyways, continuing. I went to the comments of this person's video, and basically people calling me a dumb that I was extremely arrogant, ignorant, that I was an awful person, how dare I put this on the internet, just calling me such like ugly things and assuming such ugly things about me. And what made it even worse, this person was saying that they weren't hating or anything, but they were literally like hearting hate comments about me and hearting comments where they were literally calling me a and like saying these extreme things, and they would respond to it like they agreed with what they were saying. And that just baffles me because they were literally supporting hatred and meanness and unkindness, and that just was insane. Not saying that I want pity, because I don't. I know what I did was dumb. I don't need you to tell me. Like, I know. I got a comment that was like, grow the up, quit being so ignorant and dumb, and admit to your faults, and was basically saying that like I'm so ashamed to say that I was wrong or something like that, and just like this a bunch of bullshit. And I'm not afraid to admit that what I did was dumb. It's extremely dumb to pierce yourself because there are high risks. So no, I'm not afraid to admit it. But that was just one instance of hate that I've had on the internet. And I feel like some people are going to be like, oh, well, your opinions are invalid because you did this to yourself. So if you're going to post this, take the hate or take the criticism, whatever you want to call it, because people like to switch things up nowadays. But I am valid to my opinions. I'm literally an 18-year-old girl. I literally just turned 18 in January. Haven't even been 18 for a full year yet. I didn't know that the day I turned 18, I was supposed to become this like high-class adult. Didn't know that. Even adults nowadays still freak up and still do dumb stuff. Like, we're people. And I'm not gonna apologize for posting my life and posting what I enjoy, because I enjoy it. And if people choose to do what I do, that is completely and utterly on them and not me. I did not tell you to do what I do. I'm not a professional. And then people would come over to my page and just say such hateful things. So I literally had to go into my comments and block certain comments out because people were just being so disgusting and rude. Like, I just baffles me. So now with that little like experience, I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about some questions that you guys have. And if I don't answer your personal question or I didn't talk about something, then comment down below. I love conversating with you guys, especially now that quarantine started. Like, I have more than enough time on my hands to respond to as many, if not every comment. So like I said, if I didn't answer something or didn't talk about something that you would like me to talk about, then definitely comment that down below and I will try to respond to you. But the first question is, how much does hate affect you? So I feel like a lot of people forget that we're all human, and it's so easy to hide behind a screen nowadays and just comment something back because, you know, you're probably never going to see that person face to face. You're probably never going to be confronted face to face. So it's so easy to just like say something and clap back without having to like see how your actions affect the other person. But a lot of the times what you say has extreme impact on some people. In some cases, you could be the last comment that cost a person to take their life, and in the moment you might say, well, you deserve it, but based off of one thing that they did in their life, they deserve to die. That's not okay. That's not right in any way. And a comment that you think that may not be super harmful or maybe like not even that bad may be so detrimental to someone else. So you never really know what other people feel or how other people feel. So it's just always nice to just be cautious and try to be as kind as you possibly can with what you say. But for me personally, how I deal with hate is just I try to block it out a lot. A lot of the times, hate doesn't really affect me when it's like social media hate, but when it's like personal, real life hate, that's when it like really gets to me. And usually I'll just like sit in my room and cry about it. It feels good to cry, honestly. Like a lot of people were like, just don't think about it, push it away, like whatever. But honestly, for me, it feels good to think about it and just to like understand why I'm upset and like fix the situation and cry about it and feel those pain, because if I don't feel the pain, then I'm just suppressing it and then it'll all come out of me eventually. So I like to feel my pain right away. That's just how I am. How do you deal with starting a channel while the people at your school make fun of you? When I first started my channel, people would make fun of me. In their eyes, they might not see it as making fun of me, but they would basically like play my videos in class. When we were in like the computer lab, they would like put my video or pull up my YouTube channel, different things like that. Or they would mimic how I talked, or just like make little remarks about my videos or my channel, or doubt me and just little things like that. But what I've noticed now that I have like a platform is that those people who hated on me are now like my biggest fans. And they're like, hey, SavWay, can I get in the video? Or put me in the vlog, like shout me out, all these different things. So honestly, the people who doubt you or hate on you are gonna in turn become your biggest fans if you start to get poppin', which if you stick to it, trust me, you will. You just have to have faith. Honestly, don't let these people get to you, because I promise you they're gonna like you once you get big. And plus, if you find pure joy in what you're doing, that should be all that matters. Like, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy, and you should just try to like go by that. What do you do when you're around people who dislike you and you have to be surrounded by them? So I have a like kind of like a little story time about this topic. So this year actually, I had to be around a group of people all year that particular people, part of this group, did not like me. And before I even was a part of this group, made it for me. Basically, they didn't like me and I didn't know why, but the reasonings behind it were just like, in my opinion, not very realistic. But basically this specific person had a problem with me, so I tried to go up to them, not necessarily like confront them about it, but just like be like, hey, I know you don't really like me, but I just want to know why, so we can try to hopefully like work things out, because I don't really want this year to be bad. And it really just kind of was like a slap in my face, and they just kind of like debunked everything that I had said, and basically were just saying that I didn't deserve what I was trying to do, just a whole bunch of stuff. So it was like, it felt like almost like it was the whole group's like mission to make my year miserable. So before the year even started, like in the summer, I know I was called up to the school for like misbehavior and stuff like this, when it was like very like minor details, and even my mom felt like this group of people were like out to get me. And then in the middle of the year, I got in trouble for this thing again over literally minor things. Like I was getting reported for anything and everything, and I had to like watch my every single move, and it just felt like I was being attacked so hard, and I really didn't understand why, because I tried my best to be as nice as I possibly could. But what drove me to just like push through it was I knew that the more happy I was, the more infuriated they would be. So I was low-key a little petty, but I just tried my best to have the best time I could. I tried my best to be the best I could, so they had literally nothing to say about me, which kind of sucked, but it was okay in the end. I just tried my best to have a good time, because I knew if I was having a good time, it was gonna make them mad. And in the end, people started to see the true colors of the person who was initially trying to backstab me and trying to hate on me. So it all kind of paid off, honestly. But I would just say, try to live your best life and do you, because that's like honestly the best way to get back at them. How do you not let hate affect you? So hate does affect me. Going back to like the first question, it does affect me. I just choose to not show it as much, because there's certain things that I feel like are okay to talk about on the internet, but there's also other things that I don't want to talk about on the internet because they're super personal. I feel like I'm still so fresh in my career that I haven't really had so much to talk about, but there are a lot of things that I do want to open up about, which I will try my best to like slowly come out about. But you know, it just takes time, and I just deal with it privately as much as I can, because the more that you put out there, the more people feel the need to get in your business and like ask more questions, even if you don't want to answer them. So I just try my best to be aware of like what I put out there. How do you deal with hate on having an interracial relationship? So I'm currently in an interracial relationship, and I just want to talk about this topic because it really hits home for me, and I'm probably gonna get super emotional about it because it's just a beyond ignorant topic to me. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like everybody in my life is just 100% supportive of who I choose to love, but my close family is extremely supportive, and I love that. It gives me a really good base. However, a personal experience of mine, I went on vacation and this person that I was around had made a comment basically saying that they disapproved of my relationship that I was in at the time, and it really affected me because I just could not understand why someone could hate on someone. Or, mind you, they did not know this person at all. They never had met them or anything like that, and I just didn't understand how someone could like hate or have this opinion based off of the color of their skin, or say that they weren't like good enough, or that I couldn't be in a relationship with them because we had different colors of skin or something. Whatever their opinion was on the situation, I just couldn't wrap my head around it, and it really affected me. So I literally got up from where I was, I went in the bathroom, I cried and my mom came in there and she just reassured me, and she apologized on behalf of this person, and then other family members also came in there and apologized on behalf of this person. But the people who made me feel this type of way never apologized to me, and for a really long time I resented them for it. But I try my best to just be the bigger person, and not necessarily saying that I accept what they have to say or accept them as much as I used to, but because of this instance I'm just a little bit more aware of who they are, and I just choose to distance myself in certain ways because we have completely different opinions, and I don't feel the need to sit and argue with someone who's not going to listen, and I know they're not going to listen, so I don't choose to put myself in this situation, hurt myself even more. But how I deal with it is I just try my best to distance myself and try to be as respectful as I can, because even if someone else is disrespectful to you, piling more disrespect on top is just not a good thing, and it's just so hateful and not necessary. But I've dealt with a lot of hate when it comes to interracial dating, people staring at you, or you trying to say how you feel about your interracial relationship and people invalidating your opinion, and it's just like so ignorant and so annoying. But I guess my advice is just to try to distance yourself as much as you can with being respectful as well. Like I said, if you have any more questions or want me to talk a little bit more about certain things, then please let me know in the comments down below. Also, I just want to say I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I literally have the best supporters, and it's genuinely so insane, and I am thankful every day for the platform that I have. But I just want you guys to know that I'm human, I'm a normal person, and I don't want people to act like I'm just supposed to be perfect, because I'm not. I'm human, and yeah. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below to become part of the Sav Nation. It's the best. And don't forget to turn your post notifications on to be notified whenever I post. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!